Hello guys, welcome to RA Structural. In today's video, we are going to discuss regarding the analysis of reinforced concrete T-beam. So let us jump into another example, problem 01. Determine the design strength of the T-beam shown in the figure below. With a strength of concrete 4,000 psi and 60,000 psi strength of steel. The beam has a 30 feet span and it's cast integrally with a floor slab that is 4 inches thick. That is the flange thickness. The clear distance between the weave is 50 inches. So if you are designing a T-beam, guys, you need to pay attention at the site that to make sure that the slab and the beam should be casted simultaneously or monolithically. Otherwise, you cannot consider that as T-beam. So here the solution is, first of all, to check the effective flange width, which is this one, the effective flange width of the beam. Then one of the criteria as per the ACI code, the flange width should be less than or equal to 16 times the height of the flange, the thickness of the flange plus the width of the weave. So that is 16 times 4, the thickness of the flange plus the width of the weave, which is 10 inches in our case. So the total of 74 inches. The second criteria is B, width of the flange should be less than or equal to the average clear distance to the adjacent weave plus the width of the beam. So which means on the right side, the clear distance from here to the next weave, and also in the left side, the clear distance from here to the clear distance of the next weave. So the average of that would be the value of here. But in our case, the distance between the weaves is already given, 50 inches. So plus the width of the weave, 10 inches, a total of 60 inches. So the third one is the weave effective width less than or equal to the span of the beam divided by 4. So we have 30 feet divided by 4. We will get 7.5 feet, equal to 90 inches. So here we need to check also the minimum reinforcement as per the ACI code. So using B, width of the weave as the weave width. It's not the effective width. So here we have 3 times the square root of strength of concrete times B times D all over Fy, strength of steel, is equal to 3 square root of 4,000 psi times 10, the width of the weave, times the depth of the beam. Here we have 24 inches, and all over 60,000 psi strength of steel. So the total is 0.76 square inch. Then the third one, width of the effective width should not be less than or equal to 200 BD all over Fy, which is 200 times 10 times 24 all over 60,000 psi. So give us 0.8 square inch. So this is the profile of the T-beam. We have that one, and we are given 6 square inch tension reinforcement. So based on the 3 criteria, the provided tension steel is greater than 0.8 square inch. So that is okay. We are all okay for that one. So the next one is computing the tension force here. We need to calculate the tension force is equal to the steel ES FY. So the steel area is 6 inches times the steel 60 KSI is equal to 360 kips. So that is the value of T. The next one is to determine the value of the EC, or the concrete, the compressive area, the effective concrete area here, the compressive one. So here we don't know exactly the value of A. And second thing, we don't know exactly where the location of A, whether it is within the flange or within the depth of the web. That's why in this equation, we convert the area of the concrete to EC. So we will find out the EC, then later on we will compare the area of the flange. So here in our equation, effective compressive area is equal to T over 0.85 strength of concrete. So we have 360, we have already determined that one, over 0.85 times 4 KSI, strength of concrete. So we got 105.88 square inch. So we have already determined the area of the concrete. So the next one is to determine the flange area, which is this one, 4 times the width of the flange, which is B times flange thickness, 60 times 4, we have 240 square inch, which is greater than the area of the concrete, the compressive area. So now we already know that the value of A is within the flange area. So which means if you look at the actual here, the compressive strength is somewhere here. We have the value of E like that. Then the next one is the determination of the value of A, C, and the tensile strength of the steel here. So before we calculate the tensile strength, we need to determine first the value of C. So the value of A is simply as EC Fy all over 0.85 F sub C prime times B. So plug it in all the parameters here, the value, and we'll get the 1.76 inches, and that is our value of A, which means it's somewhere here, less than half of the thickness of the flange. Then we can calculate now the value of C, the location of the neutral axis. So the formula of value of C is equal to A divided by beta 1. Beta 1 value is 0.85 if the concrete of steel is less than or equal to 4 KSI. In our case, value of strength of concrete is 4,000, so beta will use 0.85. That is as per the ACI code. So C value is equal to 2.07. Then by ratio and proportion, we can determine now the value of tensile strength of steel. So the value of tensile strength of steel is 0.003 by ratio and proportion, is one here, times 24 minus 2.07 all over 2.07 according to this equation. So we come up 0.0318, the value of tensile strength, which is greater than 0.005. So which means the section is ductile. So our assumption of using P is equal to 0.9, and the Fy is equal to 60,000 psi because the steel is already yield. So our assumption is correct. Now, the next one is to determine the strength of the design strength of moment. So we have here in this diagram, we need to determine the moment arm from the steel to the centroid of the compression block. The compression block is centroid is A/2. So we have already determined the A, so we can readily get the value of G, D minus A/2. So the moment is equal to the phi times S times G. If you sum moment from the centroid of the stress block here, so you will get this moment arm G, then you will come up this equation. Substituting all this value, 0.9 times 360 times the moment arm 23.12 is equal to 624.2, and that is our design strength of the beam. So that's all, guys, and thank you for watching. And if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can make another video similar to this. And it's a great help for new engineers to to improve to their career, and like for example they are assigned the field. Alright guys, thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.